while, but I'm back to destructive demons. Where was I? Okay, I was talking about how I don't believe in demons and whatnot. Okay, let's read this. Zoroastrian, the dominant religion of ancient Persia from mid 6th century BCE to Islamic conquest in the 7th century CE, is one of the world's oldest living faiths. Founded by the prophet Zoroaster. Zoroaster? Am I saying that right? Sometimes between 1500 and 600 BCE. Its dualist worldview sees the universe as the backdrop to a cosmic struggle between Ahura Mazda and the divine force of light and truth, and his evil counterpart, Angra Mainyu, the embodiment of falsehood and chaos. Today, small Zoroastrian communities still exist, mainly in Iran and India. Servants of falsehood. Zoroastrians believe that the devas, or divas, are the servants of Angra Mainyu. Their name means shining one. In Old Persia and in the Gathas, the oldest Zoroastrian scriptures, they are referred to as deities to be rejected, possibly remnants of the early Persian pantheon. From being indistinct, ambiguous entities, they evolved in later Zoroastrian belief into spirit demons that corrupt and tempt humans into evil. The Devas acquired individual names and characteristics such as Dehaka, a fearsome dragon or serpent with 3 heads, able to swallow men and their horses whole. Each is associated with a particular sin or blight, such as Apasha, the demon of drought and thirst, or Bushanta, the deva of idleness. They are ruled over by 6 chief devas: Akuman, Andar, Savar, Nikeas, Teprev, and Zarich. I'm really, while I'm saying these names, I just keep seeing like a flash of light on my screen. I don't know, it's because if I'm saying the names that I'm like channeling them or something, but something's very off right now as I'm saying these names. There's like a very weird energy around me. So if you hear anything weird or see anything weird, please let me know. Something's really weird in this room right now with me. Hold on. Hmm. Very weird. Hmm. Am I like am I scaring myself? Okay. Raising the dead. Associated with death, devas are said to cluster around dukmas or towers of silence, circular raised structures where Zoroastrians expose the corpse of their dead to be picked clean by birds of prey. As dead bodies are believed to be unclean and likely to be contaminated by demons, devas are also thought to inflict agonizing tortures in the House of Lies, to which sinners are condemned pending final judgment at the end of time. Devas present a constant source of temptation, and avoiding their attention is vital. Lapse, such as cutting fingernails and leaving the clippings unburied, could attract them, as could immoral acts, particularly evil behavior such as sexual crimes or worshiping demons, could result in becoming a deva after death. Only virtuous acts, a commitment to Ahura Mazda way of light, or recitation during the hours of darkness of the Vendidad, a book of rituals and prayers about the devas, will keep them at bay. Angra Mainyu, also thought as Ahriman, is a dark counterpart in Zoroastrian belief. Ahura Mazda wise thought both spirits came into being the same time. The Angra Mainyu tried to destroy everything good his opposite created, a shape-shifting demon and the lord of an army of devas. Angra Mainyu whispered sins in the ears of Mashya and Mashyanag, the first man and woman. Neither spirit can overcome the other. That sounds like Adam and Eve. Hi, fire shots. What's up? Look at this. This is crazy. This is interesting. You know how all of this lore, like all this, like all these different parts of the world, they have like their little, not they have their um, stories of the supernatural, and then like it's different but all the same. The energy is all the same. The next chapter we have here is raising the dead, necromancy, ancient necromancy. Necromancy, the summoning of the spirits of the dead. Let me fix my leg again. Ow, my leg! Cracking myself up. Oh, sorry. Like, ow, my leg! Necromancy, the summoning of the spirits of the dead to seek their advice, is a feature of many ancient societies. I think I can. I don't want to say I can do that, but anyways, is a feature of many ancient societies. May have originated through the practice of shamans who achieved an altered state of consciousness to commune with ancestors in the spirit world. Later customs, such as the plastering of skulls around 700 BCE to depict the faces of the dead, are indicative of ancestor worship, suggesting a belief that communication with the spirits was possible. I might do a communication with the spirits live. I think I'm gonna do it. I don't want to promise, but I really want to do it. Just for the fun of it. You know, they say don't dwell in, but me. Diviners of the dead. Clearer evidence of necromancy rituals to bring the dead back. Consult with them and learn about the future comes later. The word derives from the ancient Greek nekros or vexpos, corpse. And I don't know how to pronounce these things, forgive me. Mantia, divination, and Greek historians provide much of the known information about its prevalence. According to Strabo, in forgive me, Geographica, diviners of the dead were to be found among communities in Italy, Babylonia, and Egypt. Greek accounts suggest these necromancers were respected and often consulted by rulers. Other necromantic practitioners were recorded in Persia, where they are known as magi, or wise men, and indulged in fire magic. Ooh, and among various other people of the Middle East, including the Chaldeans and Sabaeans, the netherworld. Among the Sumerians, necromancers were referred to as Manzuzu or She'etemu, from Etemu, the word for spirit, and included a class of female necromancers known as the Muselitum. The oldest account comes from the poem Enkidu and the Netherworld, an early form of the Epic of Gilgamesh written around 2000 BCE. In it, the hero Gilgamesh accidentally drops two magic objects into the underworld, which his friend Enkidu tries to retrieve but becomes trapped. Gilgamesh appears to the god Enlil to summon Enkidu back, and Enkidu fleetingly appears like a rushing wind to give Gilgamesh an account of the life of the dead. Later, Sumerian and Babylonian necromancers performed rituals that included applying magical eye ointments in order to see spirits and using skulls to contain the conjured ghosts and allowed them to communicate. That sounds so cool. That sounds so cool. Practical magic. In ancient Egypt, the Book of the Dead spells to help souls on their journey into the afterlife were mirrored by a dark form of necromantic magic. The demotic magical papyrus of London and Leiden, an Egypt magical text or grimoire from the 3rd century CE, is filled with practical magic, including spells to conjure up a damned spirit or kill an enemy. It also instructs how to summon the dead by putting stones in a buried brazier, bra, brazier, for the spirits to enter. Directions include the addition of dung, of dung for invoking a murdered man's ghost. Extreme care had to be taken because evil spirits could enter a corpse and reanimate it and defy the god Osiris, who oversaw the normally one-way passage to the land of the dead was highly dangerous. Such Egyptian magic was transmitted to the Greeks and Romans and is reflected in ancient Jewish texts, which condemn these who consult a skull. The Bible repeatedly forbids necromancy, clearly hard to eradicate. The more than 2,000-year-old practice survived well into the Middle Ages and beyond. Here's something it says this is part of the necromancy tablet. May he who is in the skull answer me. May he who's in the skull answer me. Horrible. Oh, I'm creeped out right now. I shouldn't have done that. It makes me think of I don't know, like playing God of War and Kratos cuts off somebody's head and like he's traveling with the head in his hand and like he shines it. It's like a light and it also talks to him and gives him wisdom. That's what this is like reminding me of right now. I forgot the god that Kratos cut the head off of. Anyways, that's what that reminds me of, like skull thing. Very interesting. Hmm. Oh, this is getting creepy. Legions of Hell. Oh, sorry. Legions of Hell. I don't know. This stuff doesn't really scare me. Demons. The earliest people recorded in history blamed powerful entities such as devils and demons for the fearsome forces of nature, storms, famines, disease, and so on. Over time, these demons acquired names and characteristics. Their appearance was often hideous, or part human and part animal, perhaps influenced by historical worship of animal spirits. Between good and evil, demons were not generally seen as fundamentally evil or morally corrupt. In Mesopotamia, the Gala, who dragged souls to the underworld, were terrifying, but were considered part of the natural arrangement of things and could be warded off with the right incantations or amulets. Similarly, in ancient Egypt, Amut, the female demon who devoured the souls of the dead, whose sins outweighed a feather, was simply part of the cosmic order. In the ancient Hindu epic Ramayana, Ravana, king of the demons, is a personification of brute force and ill-controlled passion. However, neither he nor his Rakshasas, demons who haunted graveyards, were considered to be essentially evil. As polytheistic religions developed, they included beliefs in demons with both good and bad attributes. In ancient Greek, the agathos daemon was literally a spirit of good nature who could act as a personal companion and ensure health and good fortune. Japanese lore includes a panoply? Panoply? I'm pronouncing that wrong. Of demons such as Oni, who lurk in forests and eat the flesh of unwary passerbys, or the skeletal gash, Gashadokuro, who crush humans to death. While they must be avoided, they often have contradictory impulses and are not entirely repugnant. Hmm. Judeo-Christian demons. In Jewish Tanakh, in the Jewish Bible, the word for demons appear a few times in reference to the worship of false gods, who are described as shadim. In early Christianity, demons were often connected with pagan deities and the occult. However, over time, they became associated with the fallen angels who had rebelled against God, led by Satan. These entities embodied evil and a temptation towards sin. Hello, ICI 30 Shelley. Hi. In 1215, the World Lateran Council of the Christian Church ruled that demons had once been good, but had chosen evil. This sinister characteristic preoccupied the medieval mindset, and elaborate classification systems were derived to account for the many ways in which demonic forces were believed to manifest themselves in the world. Please, if you're here, give it a like. I'd really appreciate it. Just drop a like. Go to another live. Just please like. A demonic revival. The Romantic movements of the 18th and 19th century led to renewed fascination with demons. Henri Fuseli painted an incubus in The Nightmare, and an interest in the dark side of unseen powers spawned a genre of gothic novels such as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I'm subbing and liking. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. I'm doing like the heart. Oh, I'm so funny. I'm gonna start doing that. Thank you. I know my heart is a little busted. I can't do it. The fascination continued to this day, and the paranormal romance novels of the 21st century have returned demons to a morally ambiguous or even alluring figures that they were in ancient times. Every demon is between God and mortal. I love this thing. A serpent alluding to the temptation of Eve. I love this. Like, I don't know. I love this depiction right here. I like the snake. Like, I think snakes are so cool. Like, I want to get that tatted. Oh, let's get a tattoo of the snake up my arm. Like, oh my god. Beautiful. I don't see snakes as evil. I just see snakes as snakes. Or transformation. Or, you know. It's cool. Yeah, isn't it cool? Shoot. I like this book. Asking the Ancestors. Let me see. Okay. This. Oh, wow. What chapter do I want to stop on? I'm going to stop at page 39. Right now I'm on. Actually, I'm going to stop at 35. 37. I'm like reading about like ghosts, spirits, and supernatural, like trying to educate myself a little bit more. I'm into like spirituality and I've been on a journey, but I don't really read books about demons. I just know about concepts due to my own life experience. Like, yeah, right? Like, I'm just reading right now for the fun of it. Journeys for Split Souls is the next chapter. Ancient Egypt, Ka, Ba, and Ang, Ak. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna try. The ancient Egyptians believed in several different types of soul, which outlived the physical body and depended on proper funerary rites being observed. After burial, the vital life force, an animated spark known as the Ka, remained in the tomb separate from the mummified corpse. The Ka remained sustenance. Let me adjust my legs again. My legs are like losing. Oh, I'm not on a chair, so they're losing circulation. But to adjust them. After burial, vital life force, an animating spark known as the Ka, remained in the tomb, separate from the mummified corpse. The Ka required sustenance from the living. This could be food as well as symbolic offerings, which were represented by paintings on the tomb walls. The Ba, or traveling spirit, depicted in Egyptian paintings and sculptures as a large bird with a human head, was the part of the soul that could fly between the worlds of the living and the dead. Even when a person was still alive, The ba was believed to travel during sleep and dream. Interesting. Becoming immortal. The Ankh, the Ak, I don't know how to pronounce that. Effective spirit was transfigured aspect of the soul, which could only be fully achieved after a perilous journey through the netherworld, ending in a final judgment. The Ankh was therefore not present during the deceased lifetime. The final verdict on the life of the dead person was decided by 42 judges, alongside Osiris, god of the underworld, who weighed the deceased heart against an ostrich feather, presenting truth, justice, and balance. If the heart was light enough, the Ankh was granted eternal life in field of rushes of paradise. There's books of Japanese legends. I think you like them. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I love like Japanese. I used to love Japanese. I used to like anime and Japanese culture when I was younger. So, do you have any recommendations? I'm gonna like write it down. My book. Do you have any for the Japanese books? Because I'm about to go read them. I think Japanese culture really got me into wanting to look more into spirits and spirituality. I think it's always been a part of me, but like anime definitely played a part. I'm looking for them. Great. If you ever find them, please let me know. I got a pen right here. um, yeah, Japanese culture and like Soul Eater and a lot of spiritual concepts are in anime. So I really love all things spirituality. I found some at Barnes and Nobles at the Greek section. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna go check that out. Legends book. I might go tomorrow. I got time. Thank you. How do I say your name? Icy? Shelly? Thank you, thank you. I'm looking to that. Also, my phone's gonna die. No, it's not. It's good. Hello? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. The Ankh was believed to. Hold on. The Ankh was. I don't think that's his Ankh. Was believed to be able to return to Earth as a ghost in order to help or inflict harm upon the living. Around a dozen letters from the time have survived that address the Ankh of departed family members and appeal for its help with various problems. The letters were often written on dishes that held food offerings in burial chambers for the Ka to read when it came for sustenance. Hmm. Wow. Many contain requests for the Ankh to repair. You know, I just thought. You see how they did all these rituals to keep the spirits, you know, going to the. What if all these rituals actually cause these spirits to be like to be able to come back now? Like, what if some of our spirits are these ancient Egyptian spirits? It's called book. The book. How my leg? Okay, the book of Japanese folklore, and this one it's created by Thursa, Teresa Thursa Matsuda Matsuuda. Mm. Matsuuda, and illustrated by Michelle Wang. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna go get that book. I'm gonna go get that book. I'm interested. Thank you. Back to high hit, high hit. Um, but yeah, what if these spirits came back and we're just like, some of us are just like reincarnations of these spirits, so called. I always wonder because like I don't know where I get so much of this weird inner knowledge from. Like I don't know, like I just have some inexplainable wisdom. Like I've been here before. Like if, am I from the Egyptian times? I wonder sometimes. I'm like that long time ago. Was I a scholar? I feel like I was a teacher or something. That's why I'm doing this again. I'm called to do this. That's something to think about, right? Like you ever just have this inner wisdom, like you never went through something, but yet you have the answers, or I don't know, like you just information just comes to you. You're like, it's like I've been on this planet Earth before. Ever since I was little, I would go to church, and around 4 or 5, I would be like, the pastor is saying things I already know. Like I already had it, everything he was saying, I already had the knowledge in me, and I'm like, was I here before? Like I feel like I was here before 1,000 times, and I keep coming back. Anyways, very weird concept, right? Life is inexplainable at times. So we come up with explanations through our spirituality and religion just to make sense of it. There's this manga series I like that's called Apothecary Diaries. I've never heard of that. Shoot, I don't even. I stopped reading manga a long time ago. Is it about witches? It's really good. Hmm. I swear I'm seeing stuff in my room like light orbs. What in the world? Hmm. I'm trying not to channel anything right now. I'm hearing of a river right now, like a blue river. Where is that? Let me do some. I turned off my laptop. I gotta find out if there's a blue river. Hmm. Hmm. It has a lot of drama and a good story. Okay. I have a lot of things I need to look into now. It is the weekend, so what are you guys doing for your weekend? Like, are you guys okay? Are you spending it? Is it fun? Are you relaxing? Are you having a barbecue? I'm gonna finish this up. Many contain requests for the Og to appear to a writer in a dream. Such interactions between the living and the dead were seen as a means to maintain order and balance in society, which was highly prized. Some historians have compared rituals to honor the Ankh to the Catholic venerations of holy saints. I'm just gonna stay home. Okay, that's good. Ain't nothing like home. Okay, wrapped up in your bed or laying on the couch. It's great. Nothing better than that. This one says Konsemhab. Konsemhab and the Ghost. Ooh, I'm feeling inspired. One of the eldest ghost stories is written from discovered in fragments inscribed on shards of pottery dating from 1295 to 1069 BCE. They tell a story of Konsemhab, a high priest of Amun, who confronts a desperate spirit, the Ankh of Nebu Semnek, a Middle Kingdom official whose grand tomb has been left to deteriorate over the centuries. A ghost fears that without a burial chamber to the house his soul, he may soon cease to exist. Konsemhab weeps for the spirit. He sends servants to make offerings and pledges to rebuild the tomb, which will allow the departed soul to continue to live in the afterlife. You know what I want to do? This is protecting the heart. In ancient Egyptian religion, the sun was thought to die each night and be reborn each morning as the scarab beetle. This scarab amulet, placed by the heart, symbolized eternal renewal and ensured the spirit's safe passage through the netherworlds. This makes me think of crystal healing. That's what the Egyptians were doing, using crystals to heal because they would place it near the heart. And all I see is some turquoise, which is for wealth and healing, and red, which is grounding, and it's very interesting, very beautiful. I love like ancient. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm like inspired. Weighing the heart. The modern copy of ancient papyrus art depicts a common scene in the books of the dead. Beautiful. And this is gonna be the last page I'm doing. The Wheel of Rebirth, right here. I hope you can see. This is the Wheel of Rebirth. Me too. I have tons of book on it. Right? Yeah. Why not? Why not? That's cool. Yeah. In reincarnation, this is my favorite. Like my favorite topic. Belief in reincarnation, the idea that the soul outlives the body and returns in a new physical form, was held by many ancient cultures. It may have arisen from the sense that dead ancestors returned to the living world to help their kin once more. That's so beautiful. Many cultures around the world today retain this idea. Among the Arrernte people of Central Australia, newborn babies are believed to be the reincarnation of totem spirits who have returned to Earth from the Dreamtime realm. In southern Africa, the Zulu people believe that the soul progresses gradually, life by life, being born first as lower animals such as insects and moving on to be reborn as humans and ultimately ancestors. This makes me so like emotional. Life cycles. The idea of a progressive reincarnation is also central to Hinduism. The earliest Vedas spoke of the soul going to the Devlok, a realm of the gods after death, a journey eased by veneration by the deceased descendants. By the time the Upanishads, this idea had evolved into the doctrine of reincarnation, in which the Atman undergoes samsara, a potentially endless succession of cycles of rebirth. A person with bad karma, the balance of good and evil acts performed in their life, might be reincarnated into unclean animals such as a dog, while one who has fulfilled their dharma could be reborn as a priest. For Hindus, the ultimate aim is to achieve moksha, final release, when the cycle of reincarnation will end and the Atman will be reabsorbed back into Brahman, the universal spirit. It's funny that they say that dogs are unclean, right? But if you got reincarnated into a dog in America, you're about to live the life. I mean, the way how people treat their dogs, you might want to be reincarnated to a dog. What? This message retracted. Huh? Path to Nirvana. Established in the 6th century. Actually, though? What was the message that was retracted? Established in the 6th century BCE by Siddhartha Gautama Buddha, Buddhism teaches that the soul is chained by worldly desires to the cycle of samsara. A person's action in the previous life are said to condition their rebirth into one of 6 realms: that of gods, angry gods, hungry ghosts, hell, animals, and humans. Only reaching a state of enlightenment through the following Buddhist Eightfold Path release the soul from attachment to earthly things, so ending the samsara cycle and leading to nirvana, the state of final release. Other ancient cultures have believed in forms of reincarnation. The Greek mathematician and philosopher Pythagoras held. Oh, I have to go to the next page. Held that souls were immortal and entered new bodies after death. Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. Bye. Bye. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. By living pure lives and abstaining from eating meat, fish, beans, humans might, he suggested, escape the cycle of rebirth and gain immediate access to the land of the gods. Otherwise, their souls were doomed to be reborn with virtuous acts in one life, counting for nothing and determining the next. The Greek idea of metempsychosis was taken up by the Greek philosopher Plato, who in his Phaedrus argued that the soul is destined to be reincarnated for a cycle of 10,000 years. Wow. I feel like I'm on my final 100th. Wow. Greek mystery religions. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. My phone's dying. Best. Hello. AOD. My phone's dying, so I'm gonna have to go, unfortunately. Um, Drop a like if you're here, please. It's free, just drop a like, subscribe. Next time you can catch me. My phone's dying and I don't really want to hold it like this, so I'll go live again sometime. Just subscribe and I'll catch you later. Thank you to everybody who stopped by. Please check out my Etsy. It's in the link the top of my YouTube. I'd appreciate it. So, bye. I'll be back though, okay?